First two matches down, Australia got 2 wins. The last match against Sri Lanka, I think we should focus on the fact that our top order did quite well, and Warner in particular.
Yeah, it's been an interesting debate about Warner and Fitch. For example, David Warner's someone who's dominated this form of the game for 10 years. He's in the top 3 run scorers of all time in IPL. He's won competitions. He's dominated that part of the game. So the big problem with it was we come off a long break from COVID. So he hasn't had the opportunity to play in matches. He wasn't out of form. He was just out of runs. So he just needed some match practice. And we've seen the first game, a couple of good things came out of that. He hooked Rabada off his nose, which is no easy feat at 145. So that means he's starting to get his movements right. And against Sri Lanka, he put his presence on the game. He poked his chest out a bit. He got that energy back at the top of the order. So I was never, ever worried about David Warner's form. He's a class player in this form of the game. And tournament play, you don't want to be playing your best game one. You want to get better and better. But this game against England, this is where it counts. This is where everyone's starting to play good cricket. 1 and 2 spots up for grabs. Look out.
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, though. He was dropped it on 18, Pereira, a soda. I mean, as a keeper, like what do you what's the mindset when you drop a catch like that?
That one there, you should walk off. David Warner, massive moment of the game.
Huge.
You know he's been under pressure from the media. You've got to walk off. It was just a concentration lapse.
Yeah.
And it's not as if it's a tail ender. It's David Warner who's looking for that little bit of luck. I used to find it interesting coaching where you talk about, this is a technique, make sure you prepare yourself. You know the one thing you need in sport? Luck at the right time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened to David Warner.
He
Dominated after that.
What about the England team? Not many of the England team play in the Test team, and they've got a real strut about them, a real confidence. They do puff their chest out because they've played so well in the 50 over and the T20 arena. It's going to be a tough match tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't like to say this, but they've earned the right a little bit in this form of the game to puff their chest out. They've had an outstanding World Cup 50 overs when they won under pressure in England, and this is the form of the game that they love. They're number 1 in the world. They play a really brutal form of the game as well. They understand these conditions. Jason Roy at the top of the order just loves to bully opposition, but he's got Camo, he's got Mitchell Starc, he's got Josh Hazlewood, who has been outstanding in this form of the game for the last 6 months. So it's going to be a cracker of a game. It's the perfect time to have this game where teams are starting to peak. So I can see Australia being bullish to England.
Before too long, you're going to be on Triple M quite a bit, Hads, because we are rocking Test cricket again. How much are you looking forward to the Ashes?
How good's it going to be? I just love the theatre with the Ashes. I love that crowds are coming back. It'll be good if the Barmy Army can get out because they bring a new excitement to it. They've got some great songs. I remember it was tough. I remember batting with Mitchell Johnson, who's one of my great mates, and the Barmy Army were all over him. And I remember talking in the middle of the wicket, and it was an interesting time in the game, and I couldn't get out of my head. Mitchell Johnson swings to the left.
He bowls to the right. Mitchell Johnson is bowling his shine.
To the right, he goes, Hads, what are you doing? I said, mate, just watch the ball. But they're so catchy and they're so good for the theatre around an Ashes. So I can't wait. Triple M's going to be great with Tubby and Beefy, so look out.
No excuses for the Poms with Ben Stokes now coming.
No excuses. It was always going to happen. We're glad he's got over his mental health issues. One, from a personal point of view, but also for the series. He's one of those guys that he makes players, you would have played with him, Jude, around him better, and they get a lot of confidence out there. He's probably got the best cricket brain too in the England cricket team, so he's going to be a big help to Joe Root, and we're going to be all over him because we always go aggressive at the captain, so he's going to need someone by his side, but it's going to be a cracking series now.